Hi guys, and welcome to another video with Xander Freemaker. It has been a little while since I last posted a video of this nature because recently we had a bereavement in the family, and I've been busy for the last 30-40 days just taking care of affairs, getting things in order, and it's been exhausting. I didn't really want to play any video games this December, but I thought, you know what, life still goes on. We got to keep things moving and moving forward for that. And I thought, you know what, let's just make a video about a game that's coming out in 2024. I hope early 2024, and that is Squadron 42. Now, before we dive into this, please like and subscribe, support the channel, and so let's dive in. So, Squadron 42. Now, this is another space adventure coming to PC, and I am really excited. Now, of course, we've all been playing, Starfield. A lot of us have been playing Starfield, and I've been loving it. I've spent way over 100 hours. I'm going to continue to play that game and keep posting on my YouTube channel. But now, this game has come along, Squadron 42. Now, most of you have already heard about Star Citizen, which is a online multiplayer game, and you travel the universe and you do all sorts of missions, etc., etc. But now they've gone and done like Starfield has done, come up with a single player game called Squadron 42. So the story, begins in Vega 2 in like 2945, and you're part of this like UEE Navy, which is called Squadron 42, or the 42nd Squadron, and this is where you as the player takes part in that navy. Now, of course, if you think about Starfield, that's like an RPG, where Squadron 42 will be a space sim. Now, in terms of missions, I think this will be more military based, rather than like what we have in Starfield, where you get a job here and do this and do that. But of course, both games have their own pros and cons. Visually, oh my god, this game is stunning. I mean, I've seen, several videos, and I'm blown away. And what's even more exciting about Squadron 42 is that the transition from orbit to surface is streamless. And this is something, I think the guys at Bethesda will probably be biting their fingers on, because in that game, it doesn't happen. You have this little loading screen. But, either way, I'm not going to knock Starfield, because Starfield is brilliant. There's no doubt about it. I am going to continue to play the game. Now, Squadron 42 has been in the making, they say, for about 10-12 years. And so the question is, why do they want to do it? Although they have, Star Citizen already out there, they have hundreds of thousands of players worldwide playing this online game. For someone who is a big fan of space adventures, why didn't I download Star Citizen onto my PC and play it? First, I didn't have a powerful PC at the time that could handle all that data. Even with my current state-of-the-art, gaming machine, I'm still not doing it. And the reason for that is because it requires a lot of time. You have to really invest your time into this game. And I already play similar games like that, which are multiplayer based, and that's World of Warships and War Thunder. And they've already taken up many years of my time, and also a lot of money. And I thought to myself, you know what, I don't really want to get into another game like that. Now that Squadron 42 has arrived, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, this is brilliant, because I really wanted to play Star Citizen, but I didn't want to get involved with all that, hard work and investing all that time. So the question is now, even after playing Squadron 42, will I go and download Star Citizen and play the online game? For me personally, I'll have to say no. A game like Star Citizen requires that commitment, and I have seen many videos where people have spent thousands of hours playing Star Citizen, and and they're getting to some point, and to a point where they want to get the biggest ship in Star Citizen, and it's brilliant, and the graphics are brilliant, but to get there takes a long time. So I think Squadron 42 is a really welcoming addition to that. But I also think that Squadron 42 won't be just a standalone game. I believe there'll be downloads, you know, DLCs and more missions to play. So I think that's going to be something exciting. I mean, no announcement has been made regarding that, but I believe that has to happen, because there's still going to be a lot of players who will play Squadron 42 but won't actually go and play Star Citizen like me, and there will be a lot of them who will eventually, you know, download Star Citizen and play that game. Of course, my kind of prayers have been answered, because I've always wanted to play Star Citizen but didn't want to play it because of the investment you have to put into it. But also, now that Squadron 42 is here, you're still going to get the same experience of, you know, flying to the surface in real time and carrying out your missions, which is brilliant. So I'm excited for that. And of course, like I said, I think we're going to get, you know, DLCs in the future for this particular game. I don't think they're just going to leave it and let it go. You know, here's a game, there you go, that's it. So yeah. Also, another aspect of the game, which you know, you will see in some of the videos, is that they are using actual movie stars to play certain characters. You know, say for example, Gary Oldman. You know, if I have to make a list of all the movies that he's done right here, I think you need brain surgery, because this is a legendary actor. And of course, you got John Rhys Davies. You know, you might have seen him in, they say, Indiana Jones, as well as he plays Gimli, I think, in Lord of the Rings. And of course, you know, the most famous sci-fi character of all, Mark Hamill, you know, Luke Skywalker, you know, he's in the game as well. And of course, I consider him to be the most underrated actor in Hollywood today, because he is brilliantly talented. But I'm glad he's in the game. But there's also a side of me that doesn't like video games where they use movie stars. It's not that it's a bad thing, it's just my opinion, because I think video game storytelling is actually better than Hollywood movies. Yeah, that's right, that's what I feel. You know, every video game that I've played over the last, you know, say 5 years, the stories are just blinding. And I say to myself, you know, why doesn't just Hollywood just take their ideas and use it in their movies? They probably do, but they do it so badly that, you know, the movies are really terrible. And we've seen flop after flop after flop. But video game stories are just brilliant. And even just watching some of the videos here of Squadron 42, the story is brilliant. Again, although they are using movie stars like Gary Oldman, I think it's Gillian Anderson, who, you know, who's Scully from X-Files, Mark Strong, the guy from was it Kingsman? So it's okay. You know, I'm not against it. But, you know, even if they didn't use any movie stars, the story would still be brilliant. That's just my opinion. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, you know, then of course please comment below. And I think Hollywood can learn a lot from them as well. So what can we expect from the game? Well, I think first off, we know there's going to be a lot of combat, especially space combat as well. So, because this game is a space sim, so we're going to be involved in a lot of space battles, and that's going to be visually beautiful. I mean, you can see how, you know, the transition from orbit to surface is in totally smooth real time, and that's going to be quite amazing, especially when you're doing, you know, like dogfights, and then maybe you have to chase a fighter, you know, towards the surface, and that's going to be amazing just to watch. But also landing, getting off your ship, and then it's, you know, first person or maybe even third person, you know, combat with, you know, a whole range of weapons. Obviously we're going to have a lot of problem solving to do as well, a whole range of equipment that we can use. But I don't think there's going to be things like trading. All the videos that I've seen so far don't indicate that, but then again, I could be wrong, you know, which is okay. But I think it's going to be straightforward hand-to-hand combat, you know, weapons, and of course a lot of space battles, and also problem solving. You know, that's what I mean by that is, you know, sorting out puzzles, etc., etc. And I think that's something to look forward to. Will this be the ultimate space adventure? The answer to that is I don't know. I know it will give Starfield a run for its money, that's for sure. It is visually outstanding. It is streamless, it's smooth. I mean, if you have a state-of-the-art PC, you're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it when it comes out. When it comes out, well, again, no one really knows. I'm hoping springtime maybe, but don't quote me on that. That's just a guess. I think the producers of Squadron 42 will eventually tell us. Let's just hope it's sooner than later. So we'll have to wait for that. But once I find out, I'll let you know anyway in another video. Talking about giving a run for its money, I think Starfield, and I read somewhere that they did about $3.9 billion on the launch of their game. So Squadron 42, well, will it do better? I think it will. I think it will match it and probably do better. Of course, there's going to be a lot of overpriced merchandising where suckers like me, and probably many of you as well, will probably jump in and buy because it's just who we are. We love this genre of space and the unknown. So you know, it's a hobby of ours. It's the nerdy thing to do, I think. And hey, good on us. If you're watching this video, you're seeing all the visuals before you, the gameplay, you know, the cutscenes. Well, actually, there really aren't that many cutscenes apart from what the actors are actually saying. But everything else, what you're watching, is in real time. Sometimes I'm left speechless because this game is offering something that I think we've all been waiting for. You know, every game player that loves this genre, you know, the space adventure, space battles, you know, all this is something we've all been wanting, and it's now come again. I thought Starfield was giving us that, and they've given us that. But also now with Foundry 42 Limited, you know, they've gone and done something even amazing by taking Star Citizen and creating a story out of that and making a single player game for all of us to come and play, because there are still millions of players around the world who don't play Star Citizen, and we want to play it. But now we're getting this game. None of us are going to be upset about it. We're going to be extremely excited. We can't wait. So bring it on. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember, these are only my initial thoughts on the game of Squadron 42. Please do support the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, you know, hit the bell icon if you want to. And I'll make another video soon on this subject, so I'm going to do some more research on Squadron 42, and then I'll come back with a bit more technical jargon, you know, to impress everyone. Something like that anyway. And so, until next time, ciao for now.